Hey everyone, here's Kitwana. We're still celebrating the 10th anniversary of my first Walt Disney World visit here on Kitwana's Toys this month, and we are doing that with a couple of toys and merchandise pieces that I have collected during that time frame, especially some of the earlier toys from 10 years ago. And one such a toy that has got me into collecting and admiring Disney dolls and later on horse toys as well is this beautiful set that I have here, bought at the Disney store at that time in 2009. It is the Snow White Prince and Horse Deluxe playset. The prince actually does not have a name. There is several versions going around the internet, from Ferdinand to Florian. The latter is actually used by Disney, at least for Disney on Ice, but it is confirmed by Disney historian people that no name for the prince was assigned during production of the 1937 animated classic. Unlike the horse indeed does have a name, and this name was confirmed twice, at least twice in Disney storybooks that followed later on. The horse is a mare named Astor. So I didn't know this until I was researching facts about this toy and the characters it portrays. So now you have it. The horse's name is Astor, but the prince does not have a clear name. But still, that doesn't make him less beautiful or less handsome. As you can see, we take a look at this doll first. The outfit, actually the entire playset, the design is very accurate and very true to what we see in the animated classic. It's got all the little details, such as the tack is very true to the original. As you can see, the red color, the heart shapes, and in general the entire horse. And let's take a look at the doll first. As you can see, he fits very nicely into the steps. Even that's so beautiful. It's very, very accurate. Let's take the prince off his beautiful horse. The Disney Store male dolls did not change a lot within the last 10 years. The only thing they changed are actually the face molds. But still, I have to say, this face mold is very accurate to the movie. Very beautiful. Let's take a look from the top. He's got his trademark hat along with his feather. Beautiful face with blue eyes, and he does have a light smile. It's very, very handsome. I really love him. And you can see that the red cape that he's wearing is removable as well. It's attached with a little velcro around his neck, and that does look very accurate as well, as does his uniform. Beautiful blue color, white arm sleeves. And talking about the arms, they are of course posable. It's got articulation in the elbows and the shoulders. The head does turn as well. His legs are posable as well, although I wish that the knees would bend a little bit more. It's got that rubbery style of legs, which are still being used for all the male dolls that Disney Store manufactures until today. Got golden boots that have a little slit on their side to make it easier to take them on and off. Well, I would suggest that you do not undress and redress him too often, as it does put a lot of stress on the seams of his clothing. I've done it, but it was really hard to get it back on across his hands and everything. So just leave the toy like it is, even though, of course, all the entire outfit is completely removable. Should you ever have to do this? A pretty standard body, as I said, that is still being used as of today. Painted on underwear, and on his neck there's a little piece of flexible plastic that gives his cape a little bit more flowing and a fuller appearance, so please leave it in there. It does work without, but it looks a little bit better if you keep that in there. You can still move the head around, so if you wanna play or display your toy on the shelf, the prince is able to stand on its own. It just takes a little bit of effort, but he is able to stand on his own, I can guarantee you that. And that is super handsome. Oh, gets a kiss from Astor. Everything is in scale. The horse is a standard Barbie size, as is the doll, standard 12-inch. Let's take a look at the horse, Astor. His mane is not too long. Most other horse toys have really long manes, so you can comb and brush them and do braids and everything. But on my toy, I decided to drape one half of the mane to the left-hand side and the other half of the mane to the right-hand side, so it looks pretty realistic. Handsome face with gray to black eyes. The entire tack is removable, as is the saddle. It's also a rubbery type. You can see, and here it's held together with little clips. The horse is white, but it does have some sprayed markings, kind of like black socks on its legs. Other than that, there is no articulation on the entire horse. But that's okay. I think the mold is rather nice. I really like how they molded his right front leg. It looks like the horse is walking. Taking a look at the tail, it's almost a bit too long. Actually, the hairs are draping on the ground. That's a bit too bad. That takes a bit away from the realism. But you could cut it off basically, but I decided to just leave the toy like it is, as it is a very beautiful toy and a very rare toy, I have to say. While the horse mold was later reused in a Sleeping Beauty playset that contained the horse, Prince Philip, and of course Princess Aurora and the other side characters. This playset here, the Snow White Prince horse playset, has become very, very rare. It is of course long discontinued by the Disney Store. It did sell in 2009 for a retail price of $34.50. But if you happen to find it in box, I've seen it going for $200 to $300. It's almost a bit unlucky that I decided to debox it back then, but of course I had no idea that this set is ever going to be valuable. But still, I'm also glad that I did it, because it makes a beautiful display piece and you can actually play with it pretty well. I love it. I actually love all the princess playsets that Disney Store has put out within the last few years. Now the horse and that Prince doll is no longer available in that form. Of course, you can still buy a Snow White Prince doll at the Disney Store. This is pretty much the most recent version with the new head. A bit better visible here on the back of the box. They have given him a new face mold, which is nice. But I really like this face mold on the 10-year-old doll as well. It is super handsome, and I'm really glad that I own this playset that has become rare. These dolls here, the 12-inch classic dolls, won't go up in value, of course, since they keep producing new ones of them every year. But this set definitely is very valuable, and one of my favorite Disney doll items that I have in my collection. So this was it. This is the Prince, and this is Astor, and this is Kitwana, and we will soon see us for another episode of Kitwana's Toys. But first it is off to Antro Northwest in Seattle, where I have the incredible pleasure to be one of the guests of honor, together with my friend Kitwana Lion. Looking really forward to it. So stay tuned to this channel. I'll soon have a lot of Antro Northwest videos with you to share. And in the next month we will of course continue with Kitwana's Toys. We've got a big year-end Lion King haul video coming up, with all the new items that I have collected for the Lion King this year. So you can look forward to that, and we will see us hopefully at Antro Northwest or in the next video here on this channel. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye!